Up the mast 5 times Conrad Coleman and Nandor Fa in very difficult situation. They have this jammed mainsail slide and unable to fix it. They're having to head in towards Invercargill for a pit stop. And today's animation then showing Chamonix Pujala approaching Cape Horn. Should be there on Tuesday, and good 25 knot breezes from the southeast actually, so close to the wind. Gaius Centros Auditivos and Neutrogena racing close alongside each other yesterday. We Are Water and One Planet One Ocean, One Planet One Ocean Farmaton catching up a little bit by virtue of not having to jibe downwind. Renault Captur visible there in Wellington, left this morning. And Spirit of Hungary still struggling with that problem with their mainsail carriage. One of the sliders is jammed in the mast and they are rerouting, as you can see, towards Wellington. So that's the state of play today, this Monday. Barcelona World Race rankings on Monday the 23rd, 9 o'clock this morning. Chamonix Pujala making 17.5 knots towards Cape Horn, where they're expected tomorrow. They have just under 7,500 miles to go in the race, less than 600 to go to Cape Horn. Neutrogena in second, now 49 miles ahead of Gaius. Gaius are coming back though, 16 knots on the 30-minute speed gun this morning, compared with 13.2. One Planet One Ocean Farmaton in fifth are catching We Are Water. They've gained the best part of 100 miles since yesterday, and they are now 230 miles behind We Are Water. Renault Captur left the dock in Wellington at 5 o'clock this morning, making 4.9 knots. Your Reachers told us this morning he had very light breezes. And Spirit of Hungary heading in towards Invercargill this morning, making 13.3 knots, and they reckon to be in about 30 hours from 5 o'clock, so tomorrow at some point, probably around about mid-morning tomorrow.
Good. We think the boat is better now. We have solved the water problem. We are happy to be back on the sea, so we are just motoring to our point where we return racing, because we get no winds here. And then we'll be happy to go back racing. We see what happens and how we can go back into racing, what options we have. And at the moment it's difficult to say, because we don't know what happens with the wind. There's the low pressure system coming down, the top of the low pressure system, so it's difficult to say what will happen. We had a really good team over there who was fixing the water, which was Matt Gotthard. He organized a pit stop, and we've had a little bit our J2, which is minor repairs. We cleaned the boat, which was full of diesel, after we had this bad roaches. Apart from that, we had a look at the boat, verified the boat a lot, and there we go. We had shower, a nice shower, sure. Also some good food. No, it was brilliant. It's bad to lose places, that's for sure. I mean, we're a little bit sad about that, but nothing we can do about it. We try to go back into the race. We try to do our best to regain the places which were lost. 3,000 easily.
So news this morning from Conrad Coleman and Nandor Fa, after 5 attempts, I think it is, to repair or remove the damaged slider which is jammed on their mast. They're going to have to reroute, head in towards Invercargill, which was about 550 miles for them to sail as of 5 o'clock this morning, when the decision was announced formally. They had obviously been thinking about that option, but they have no choice. Now, of course, they have a very limited support on land in terms of a technical team, but we understand that Conrad Coleman's friends and family will come down and support them on the dock in Invercargill, and should be about 30 hours sailing time. They should be in around tomorrow at some point, probably mid-morning to early afternoon. Renault Captur then correspondingly left Wellington this morning. around about 5 o'clock, 8 a.m. UTC. Jörg Richter said this morning that their pit stop had gone extremely well. They were very, very happy with all the work that was done. Matt Stoddard, who is the local composites expert there, had looked after the rudder repair, and they had the sails looked at, they had the J2 repaired, and so they're in very, very good shape and off and running again.
Bueno, en este momento te diré que bastante bien, sabiendo que estoy en mi océano, estoy cerca de mi país, muy contento, hasta el momento ya he cumplido más de la mitad de la regata, hemos tenido algunas cosas que averías, pero ahora hemos solucionado. Hasta el momento vamos con un poco bastante entero, esperando poder estar luego pasando por nuestro mítico cabo de horno, el cabo más austral y el más inhóspito que hay, pero hasta el momento lo ha tratado bastante bien. Son circunstancias totalmente distintas, bueno, siempre lo bueno es que siempre estamos en competencia, lo bueno es tratar de siempre estar con el barco a tope, a 100% y un poquito más. Bueno, la verdad que no estamos muy involucrados de quién va adelante, quién va atrás, sino que el barco vaya lo más rápido posible. Lamentablemente tuvimos que pasar a Nueva Zelanda a hacer ese pit stop por un problema electrónico, pero bueno, lo importante es que estamos ya en competencia y tratando de que el barco vaya siempre al 100%. No es algo mítico, no es algo que vaya a pasar tantas veces seguido como uno lo espera. Obviamente algunas veces lo he intentado cruzar y no se ha podido por las circunstancias meteorológicas que tiene nuestro cabo, que es bastante adverso. La primera vez, bueno, tuve el placer de pasarlo en un Class 40 con mucha gente, bueno, con mi compañero Felipe Cubillo, que lamentablemente no está en este momento, que fue algo grandioso, muy emocionante. Aparte la Armada chilena nos estuvo apoyando, nos estuvo cuidando, varias partes de amigos que nos fueron a ver también, a recibirnos en el cabo, de vernos pasar. Bastante emocionante y como te digo, es algo único y para un navegante como uno, algo que lo llena de emoción y de alegría poder estar ahí.
News from the front of the fleet, well, Shemini Pujala making good speeds, consistent, safe speeds towards Cape Horn. They have good conditions expected at Cape Horn, round about 25 knots of breeze. They could possibly get in reasonably close, but the good thing for them is they will round in daylight tomorrow, probably around about lunchtime tomorrow, our time, that's European time. Otherwise, Neutrogena and Gaius Centros Auditivos still close, but 49-50 miles between them. They will route a little bit further towards the north than Shemini Pujala. That's due to a high pressure system off the west coast of Chile, and so that will extend the lead of Shemini Pujala. The course for Bernard Stam and Jean Le Cam after Cape Horn looking also very good. Nice direct line towards Staten Island and the Le Maire Straits. They should be able to sail very directly. And We Are Water and One Planet, One Ocean. Well, One Planet, One Ocean saying extremely well, quite a bit quicker over the last 24 hours than We Are Water. Both still in this high pressure system on either sides of it. That high pressure system though is moving with them, and that could be with them all of this week, and so the differential between the two could continue to drop. Heavy winds, big waves and absolute loneliness. That's a scenario that is normal for skippers to have to deal with in the South Pacific. Alone in the liquid desert, far from land and far from everything and everyone.
South Oceans are a tough area. It's not really for us, not for the human.
Inhòspit, no hi ha ningú, no hi ha res, no hi ha vida humana.
In these conditions, in an emergency situation were it to arise, then skippers are completely alone. That's why before they start they attended courses about survival and about safety at sea. The International Sailing Federation's compulsory course, they practice how to put on a survival suit. and to experience the different positions with it in the water. Then there's the option with the life raft, if it gets inflated and turned upside down. So one of the most important manoeuvres is to learn to uncapsize it, to right it, and to get on board with the survival suit on. And that all makes movements difficult. After this course, the FNOB skippers attended another training session in Barcelona, with Bibi Sanso as a teacher. The Spanish sailor explained his experience in the last Vendée Globe, when he capsized and had to be rescued. The educational session included theory and practice, which was made on board the Fundació schoolboat Mirabeau. One of the manoeuvres they trained for was a man overboard procedure, in which the other skipper has to stop the boat and turn back. They also practiced SOS calls and simulated abandoning the boat. The Omoka class requires skippers to know how to put on the survival suit in just 30 seconds. To take this survival kit to the life raft, to tie the life raft to the boat, and to throw it into the sea are just some of the simple manoeuvres they have practiced. But of course they all hope that it's never going to have to happen in real life.
Good morning, everybody. Today we're the 23rd of February, and let's have a look on the weather forecast for the fleet of the Barcelona World Race. So Cheminée Pujula is just behind the low pressure he was dealing with since the last 48 hours. So that means that right now he's having 20 to 25 knots of wind coming south. And as the low pressure is moving east, and the boat is also moving east, he's gonna stay in this 20 to 25 knots of wind until he will be crossing the longitude of the Cape Horn. So that means in 600 miles, which are more or less 30 hours, that will be on Tuesday and afternoon for us in Barcelona. We can also see that yesterday Cheminée Pujula was sailing in these strong westerly winds, and that they are now just before him. For the second and the third boat, Neutrogena and Gaes, they are sailing just at the beginning of a low pressure located here. So they are in the front, that's opening the way for the low pressure. So right now they are having 25 to 30 knots of wind for Neutrogena and a bit less wind for Gaes, between 20 to 25 knots of wind. And that's why in the ranking, Neutrogena is faster than Gaes, because today Neutrogena has always 5 knots more wind than Gaes. So he's gonna be faster for the next 36 hours. Important on this picture, we can see there is a big high pressure system moving on the west of the Chilean coast, which will bring a high pressure in the next days just over the fleet. So that will be very important for the guys when they will be sailing to the Cape Horn in 48 hours. For the two other boats, We Are Water and One Planet, One Ocean, Pharmaton, they are still sailing south of this high pressure, so they are having northwesterly winds and westerly winds. And if we have a look, One Planet, One Ocean, Pharmaton is every day closer and closer to We Are Water, because the wind is coming northwest, so One Planet, One Ocean can go straight on along the AIZ, and for We Are Water, the wind is west, so he cannot go along the AIZ, but he has to do more way and doing some jibes. That's why the One Planet, One Ocean is always closer to We Are Water since the 3 last days. Concerning the boat having technical stops, we have Renault, who started sailing at 5 a.m. UTC, that means 6 hours Barcelona time. For leaving Wellington, he has very, very light winds between 5 to 10 knots, but during the day he will enjoy northeasterly breeze, 15 to 20 knots of wind. For Spirit of Hungary, located here, he is having northwesterly winds, and he is just at the end of this front here. So if he sails enough fast, he will keep this northwesterly breeze during the next 500 miles in order to arrive here in Bluff, where he will be in 30 hours.